No! Mr. Saint-Jacques has been hit.
Stay there.
Starts in half an hour.
Look, I'm sorry I've told you. I'm not a 9 to 5 guy, okay?
I know that.
Look, everyone's looking.
In the side there, sir.
He's in there?
Yes, he's in custody.
All right, thank you. Abraham St. Jackson, his chauffeur.
Right.
So who's Abraham when he's at home?
Well, I don't know about when he's at home, but when he's here, he's the Bavouisian ambassador.
Oh, I see Shannon's arrived.
Who's that?
Name's Pat.
Oh, I see. Where'd you find her?
She's my plumber, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Came to fix my S-band.
Look, I'm not very well up on African affairs. Who's got an interest in killing St. Jacques?
Maybe Cowley's got something on it. It's got to be high, hasn't it?
Well?
It doesn't make sense, sir.
Never mind the sense right now. Let's get after the people involved. I just picked this up from MI6. A list of possible terrorist groups who'd like to stir up trouble between Bamboise and the West. Check them out. Make sure there's a round-the-clock guard in Saint-Jacques. If these people want him dead badly enough, they'll maybe try again. Okay.
You working with us, then?
No, you're working with us.
How'd you work that out?
We got here first. I've already organised a guard and a staker.
Not a race, you know.
Maybe. But there's points in it at the end of the day.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes. Well, you need all the ones you can get, don't you?
How long are they going to be?
Don't ask me, love. I'm just a policeman.
I hope there's a lift. All right, Shannon, you can get the forensic boys up here. We scored it right.
So what would you do? They paid you some bread?
Dirty bills in a suitcase at Geneva Airport.
So we scratched the pros?
Guess there's only one.
It's got to be a first-time amateur leaving all these traces. Trouble is, it just makes it harder to find him.
Tell you what we have forgotten.
What?
The girls. Oh.
No, don't get excited. Look at him, I can tell. It's goodbye, girls. Give you a ring soon. Duty calls. If we're lucky, we'll get a lift home in the squad car.
Come
I'm sorry, love.
I'm sorry, we'll have to take another range.
If you want to ride back, I'll get the sergeant to give you a lift, okay?
I'll get some more tickets.
Mick? It's me, Kay. But I know you're in there, else how could the chain be on, eh? Mick! I'm running out of patience with all this carry-on of yours. Mick! That's better. You want a bit of shopping done, don't you? A bit of cleaning?
No, I'm managing. Look, you don't have to bother. The best thing is to stay away from me and let me get on with things.
Oh, this is managing, is it? I think you enjoy giving me all this extra work, don't you?
Look.
Why is this locked? What have you got in here?
Never you mind. Look, nobody asked you to come up here. You practically force your way in.
Mrs. Costa, he needs looking after. Do you think you can cope? That's what they said. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cope with you and all your crazy moods and ideas.
Listen, Kay.
Mick, you've got to learn to live in the present. Think about the future. Forget the past.
That's what I'm doing. Maybe I'll stop these things happening again. But is it right?
Of course it is. If you try, do your best.
I don't think you understand.
Oh, no. Well, I do understand you've got to eat. So I'll go down the shops and stock you up. And I'll come back here and tidy up. You shouldn't be here on your own brooding, should you?
Kay. Listen.
No. You listen to me. You come and eat with us tonight. And then we'll think about what to do next. Perhaps you should move in with me and Vic again. Like you did after what happened to Maureen.
I wanted to speak to your governor.
Mr. Lemon, some trouble is here to see you.
Hey, I don't want no trouble, Mr. Doyle. Hey, that's a good fella.
I don't think I do either. I want Sylvester.
Well, why would I know where he is? I ain't seen him today, and don't see him every day.
Isn't this the day he collects his, what do you call it? Insurance, eh?
Public relations.
Public relations, yeah. Well, when he shows, tell him to look me up, will he?
Oh, what's the trouble?
There's no trouble. Just might know something I want to know, that's all. Nobody needs to get hassled. Unless he doesn't look for me.
Well, suppose he don't show here today.
Well, then you just get out and look for him. Otherwise, I might have to get a bit naughty. All round.
Hello, Frank.
Beat it. Don't remind me of the old days.
Not so old for you, eh, Frank? You know, a little bird tells me that, you just got back from Babouazy last week.
You guys check everybody in and out of the country?
Yeah, people like you, Frank.
Like you used to be. Now you're legal. Don't make one thing wrong, another thing right. Your large whiskey. What's this? Old home week? Giving a party? Welcome home, Frank.
Someone tried to score Abraham Saint-Jacques today.
You think I did? Look at me. I can't even fire a cat pistol. Welcome home, Frank.
Give me the latest on these names.
I'm a mercenary, pal. What's in it for me?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll stop talking about the old days.
None of this makes any sense. Why'd anybody want to kill Saint-Jacques?
I hear you're looking for me. So you finally had enough. Decided to play it smart at last. Cut yourself in on some easy bread.
Just want a few minutes of your time. Then you can go back to work.
Man, I wish I didn't owe you.
Won't cost you anything. Few friends, maybe.
Friends? What friends?
Tell me about Abraham Saint-Jacques.
We're from the same village. We went to the same school. He's in no action. He's straight, man. He's a big whale in the diplomatic or something. You ought to know that.
Oh, no. He was hit this morning. But they could try again either way. We've got to try and stop him. Why did it happen, Sylv? Who pulled the trigger? And most important, who paid him to?
He's not important enough. It doesn't make sense. Not my scene. But I would have had a sniff if any of the radical brothers were in on it.
These guys needn't be pros. They could be fanatics.
I'll check around, though. Always had a kind of patriotic feeling for the old country.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
I thought he was trouble. He is. All the time. You get used to it.
Home office blank, MI6 blank. What about the streets?
Blank, or you'd have heard from us, wouldn't you?
You people are reliable.
They can't afford not to be.
Not with what we let them get away with. Look, my theory is this.
You know, this doesn't make sense. Maybe it's not political at all.
That's right. Something in St. Jack's private life.
Go and find out.
That's not our department. Why not let the local boys handle it if it's not political?
We don't know it isn't, so we are handling it. That's the way the top brass want it. That's the way I want it. Get it?
We get it.
So go and see Saint-Jacques. And smarten yourselves up a bit. Cowley.
Sir Shannon, have you got anything for me? We've got the gun.
So give me the serial number.
So, this was your old beat, was it?
Yeah, I started out here.
Must have been great for your arrest record. I mean, we could have made 2 drunk busts and nailed that beauty on a 217 while we've been waiting.
Who's the Advac?
My partner.
Seen him somewhere. In a combat jacket. Raka-taka-taka-taka-taka-taka-taka.
Yeah, more than likely.
Scratch these names. Not exactly clean, but there's no way any of them were in on this St. Jacques thing. And that's official.
Tiger 2, check in.
Tiger 2 in position.
Excuse me, sir. Can I check those?
Dr. Reese, please go to X-ray. Dr. Reese, please go to X-ray.
The one that grew irises?
Yellow irises. The yellowest irises in all the world. Right, that one. 4 hours. Actually, 5 a quarter, baby. Blood pressure dropped, never got it back again. The rest still on the table. Mind you, if we had a scanner. How's the wife take it? I don't know. Want a game? Got a court booked at 1:30. You're on. Yes? Excuse me. You are a doctor? Yes.
There's no reason, no reason. I don't understand.
Is there anyone or organisation with connections here with an interest in seeing you dead?
Maybe there are some people who wouldn't bother to send a wreath if I stepped under a bus, you know.
You didn't step under a bus, Mr. St.
Feels like I did.
Dr. Norris, I've got the X-rays.
Can you hang on while I look at them?
I've got to give these to Dr. Lee. I'll come back.
Yes, of course.
Nobody at Sylvester has nobody given a clean bill of health.
Complete waste of our time.
Remember, don't let them plague you with their problems. Call a psychiatrist, if you can get one. You have a job to do. Get them out, one way or another, as quickly as possible for their own good and for the good of everyone. And never get personally involved. Until Thursday, then.
Dyson's been shot. Crash call, Gents Lavatory.
Dr. Norris, Dr. Lee asked... Dr. Norris.
Crash call, Gents Lavatory.
Crash call, Dr. Norris's office. There's one on already. Dr. Norris is badly hurt. He's been shot. Doctor?
No attempt was made on Saint-Jacques at all?
No, sir.
You made one big mistake up front. Somebody just walked in and did this. Under your very noses. You had 15 men in this building. What were they doing?
Same as your lot, guarding Saint-Jacques.
Did you see anybody walk in or out? No. Well, yes, hundreds of people. Ordinary visitors.
Precisely, an ordinary visitor. Now, this place is full of patients, porters, orderlies, nurses. But he's interested in one kind of victim.
Doctors?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, either way, it doesn't involve us anymore. No way this is political. St. Jack's was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, no, we've taken enough stick already. However you slice it, it's up to us to nail this maniac before he gets any other clever ideas. All of us.
If I get my hands on the bastard who did this, I'd do more than nail him. He's sick. You have to be to do this. Yeah? Well, if I get to him first, he's going to be a lot sicker. Well, that won't bring them back, will it?
Dear Mr. Hamilton, I've tried to telephone you without success. I'm sorry that I have therefore to tell you by letter that your daughter Kathy has taken a turn for the worse. Will you please come and visit her as soon as possible? Yours sincerely, Sister Agatha, Reverend Mother.
Now we'll see if there's any connection.
Nothing in dabs. Whoever he is, he's a first-timer as far as fingerprint records go.
I've got a link with both weapons. Training center, Larchmont.
Larchmont?
Yeah, looks like our bloke's an ex-soldier.
Mr. Hamilton. Hello. We tried to phone you, but they said that
Temporarily out of order. Didn't pay the bill.
Perhaps it would have been better for Kathy if you had.
Can I see her?
Of course. It was inevitable. You've always known.
But she can't see me.
There's nothing I can say to make it any easier. Except perhaps when it happens, she'll just slip quietly away to where there's no pain ever, for souls as blessed as hers.
Yeah. She shouldn't have been this way. If only...
There's a reason. An ultimate meaning, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, there's a reason. They didn't care, did they? Well, her mum was just another woman having a baby, that's all. Nothing special. Nothing to get worked up about, was there? So, they didn't make enough preparations, did they? They didn't try hard enough when things started to go wrong, did they? That's the reason, isn't it? The doctors.
Statistically, Kathy and children like her represent a minute percentage of all births in this country.
Do they? Yeah, well, that makes me even more determined to do the right thing.
I'm sure you will.
Really?
It's all you can do. Soldier on.
Soldier on. I will, sister. Thank you.
Now remember, this is what you might call the friendly side. This is the unfriendly side. Place the device carefully, with the unfriendly side facing towards the enemy. Now take cover. Move! You don't have to look very hard, or even have great powers of imagination, to see what happens if you're standing anywhere near a broadsword mine when it goes up. It discharges at an enormous velocity, over 1,000 ball bearings, any one of which can kill, and up to a range of 200 yards. Now pay attention, and you don't even have to tread on it. This device is detonated by radio remote control, as easily as changing channels on a television. Scar! Scarred! Shot!
Right, dismissed.
Dismissed!
Here are the reports. You remember, don't you, Sergeant?
That was all of 3 years ago, sir. I was still taking instructor's exams. I was working as a clerk in the arsenal.
Weren't very good, were you?
Spotted it, didn't I?
The system's adequate for defeating large-scale thefts of arms and explosives. But small stuff like that goes in and out all the time. Recruits lose their equipment. Every 6 months we drag the swamp and come up with an amazing collection.
Thanks, Captain. We haven't lost any tanks yet, but this adds up to quite a haul. I mean, M25s, A45s, broadsword mines, 24 lost. And the inquiry established nothing positive.
Every man on the base at the time was cleared of all suspicion. We concluded, therefore, it was an old boy, so to speak. Someone who knew the camp intimately could sneak through security. There was no way we could follow up on every man who'd served here.
Yeah, well, maybe we can. I want a list of everyone who has served here, left the service or been transferred, say 6 months prior to the theft.
That'll be like hunting for a needle in a haystack.
That's right. Some needle.
Time to feed the baby.
Looks like the day-to-day reporting of the 100 Years' War.
Only 90 years, though. It's all the people who died in that hospital in the last 10 years. Will you have this fed by the time Bodie gets back?
If he's coming on foot.
A link between a hospital patient and a soldier at Larchmont. Ask it what the odds are.
In other words, lousy.
But you could be right. Why else would he go back to the hospital again if the building itself, something that happened there, isn't the reason?
Maybe he's got a death wish.
I noticed. He wishes some doctor's dead and makes his wish come true.
No, seriously. I mean, the way he just walked in there, walked out there in broad daylight.
Damn it, that helped him. Nobody expects that sort of atrocity to happen.
It's as if the sheer enormity of the thing made him... He's looking for a comparable punishment. He wants to get caught. He wants to do it. He doesn't want to do it. It's a fairly common syndrome. I've come across it before.
Okay, a wee bit less Freud and a lot more action.
Sure. I think we've got another problem, though.
Like what?
Ah, well, you don't want to hear it, do you? It's just more Freud.
Like what?
Like what's he going to do next?
Hello. Hello, Father. It's, Peggy Hamilton. Remember?
Yes. Yes, of course. I'm glad you're here after so long.
Father, the Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yes.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Do you wish me to hear your confession? Have you committed some sin?
It's not what we do. It's why we do it. I mean, is it a sin to try to save life? To prevent suffering?
No, of course not.
Even if other people suffer in the process?
Sometimes we have to be cruel to be kind. Remember, too, we can also kill with kindness.
Is that a sin? To kill with kindness?
It's a figure of speech, a sin. I can hardly say it is without knowing more about it.
It isn't a sin.
The Lord said, thou shalt not kill. But killing with kindness may be different.
Will you bless me, Father?
Were your motives pure?
Yes, Father. For the sake of the children. For the sake of their mothers. Will you bless me?
For the sake of the children and their mothers. Yes. Yes, you have my blessing.
Thanks.
Vicky Hamilton.
Here's the connection.
Get the address. We'll try and pick him up.
Well, this is the address on the hospital records.
Looks like he's moved.
He's been rehoused, Doyle. Get back to the hospital. See what else the records can tell us about Michael Arthur Hamilton. We'll get over to the council. They must have details of his new address.
Good. Never could stand the smell of hospitals myself.
I'm not talking about records. This is human beings we're dealing with. Can you remember?
Look, the baby was born, what?
7 years ago, here in this hospital.
And the mother died 4 years ago.
In this hospital.
Come in.
Sister, won't you sit down?
It's a long time, that's my point.
Not for him. Other people died here yesterday in this hospital.
You think he did it? Because of what happened to his family?
Looks that way. And he might be planning something else.
Sister Noel remembers the case. Perhaps you can help.
Yes, I remember. He claimed that she would have lived if she'd been treated in time.
Would she?
Frankly, I don't know. It was a massive overdose, but...
The child was treated here too, and that went badly. The baby had,
oxymophilia. That would cause terrible brain damage. Oh, the poor man.
Now he's on a killing spree.
Have you talked with the sister?
The ward sister?
No. She handled all the arrangements after the death. He had broken down. I think she said he had to go into an institution.
That's not on the records.
It wouldn't be. That's just the patient's history. You need to look into the necrology, what happens after they die.
I've got a relative, Hamilton's sister.
Good. Is it in London?
Yeah, over.
Well, get over there. Check it out. We've got Hamilton's new address traced through the local council. We're on our way.
Final PA tests, Jock. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing. Never mind. I only want the level. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Testing 1, 2.
I think I'd go mad if I had the tree here. He's on the top floor.
Out of order. What floor did you say you lived on?
25th.
25th?
2-5. Why aren't you going to the sisters?
By Hamilton, this is it. This is the address. By Hamilton lives here too.
Penthouse suite.
Come on, the stairs. I'll tell you on the way up.
Mrs. Costa?
Yes?
It's about your brother.
He's not here, is he?
No, he never comes down here. I have to go upstairs to see him. I do a bit of cleaning for him, a bit of shopping. Well, what's he done?
He might be upstairs, then.
Well, he's in and out all the time.
One of you.
What's he done? What's he done?
Better sit down.
It's that bad. What's he done?
Been expecting him to do something bad, have you?
Well, he's been a bit funny since he came out of the institution. Of course, he's not been himself since Maureen's death. You know about that?
Yeah, a little.
What's he done? Please tell me.
I'm afraid there's no easy way to tell you. We think he did this.
Oh!
For once, you can go in without me.
I'm not back in 10 minutes. Send up a St. Ben, okay? No one home.
How many?
What, rooms?
How many plates was that?
Oh, about 25.
If his mind is anything like the state of this place. Oh.
That's him with Maureen. And that's them with Kathy.
You got the address of the home?
Oh, yes, I'll get it for you. It's near Reading. That's them on their wedding day.
Can I borrow this for a bit?
Yes.
We're running out of time, Mrs. Costa.
Hey, here's the arsenal.
At least now we know
When did you last take the CI5 physical?
what it looks like.
You know, the army said he had some broadsword mines. He seems to have got his grenades.
Maybe you were right.
Of course. What about?
About what he's going to do next. If the stuff's not hidden somewhere else, he's running loose with enough explosives to cause a very big hole in some part of London.
Oh, yes. Got the address of the people who look after the kid. Maybe he's gone there.
Well, check it out then, for God's sake. I know it's a daft question, but what do you get at an international medical conference?
Doctors. Lots of doctors.
Shannon, get the place cleared till we've had a chance to search.
Right.
Top left exit, top right exit, you, loading bay, go!
Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir?
Seal the building, now.
Let no one in. Or out.
Right. Cowley, CI5.
Straw, bomb squad.
This way.
Doyle, can you see him?
Maybe he's gone.
Yeah, well, let's do likewise, eh?
Must make sure. He's sick, he could do anything.
He's not here.
I think he is.
Look, there's a whole bomb disposal squad sitting on the backsides just aching to get in.
Mr. Hamilton!
Oh, it's you. We know what you've done. We know why you did it.
Hold it! If I press this detonator, you, me, and your friend down there, we all get it.
He's not a doctor. Neither am I. You getting all of this?
Yes, Doyle. Loud and clear.
Good, I'm going after him. I'll leave the radio open.
Shannon, can you get a position on him?
Just give me time. Got it all wrong, Mr. Hamilton.
Have I? Have I?
Yeah. See? There's no doctors up here. It's just you and me. Now, that's a waste of good explosive, isn't it?
Killing with kindness. I've been absolved. Come any closer, I'll cut us all down. I've seen what these things can do, you know.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah.
Come to know quite a lot about you, Mickey. Just been talking to Kay. Kay? Yeah. She showed me some snapshots of you, Kathy, Maureen. Got a couple on me if you'd like.
Don't talk about it. They're why I've got to do this, you see.
I'm on the catwalk now.
Shannon's in a good position. How are you doing?
Keep Shannon muzzled. I think we can handle it.
Think I'm a maniac, do you? No, you don't understand. I'm not doing this for revenge. I'm thinking of the future. The pain and the suffering. I'm going to save.
No, you're not. You think they killed your wife? She killed herself.
Don't say that.
She took an overdose.
She blamed herself for Kathy. That was their fault, too. Now she's dying. She's only 7. Why should they get away with it?
Hold it, Shannon. They're trying to talk him out.
Come on, Mickey. They did their best. They're not superhuman.
No. No, they're animals. Uncaring animals.
And by killing those doctors, you rob other people even of the chance to pull through.
What do I care? Other people. Maureen's dead, isn't she?
Okay. Right, now, a woman comes into hospital tonight with an overdose. No doctors. No doctors, because you killed them all. So she dies. Yeah, think about it.
I killed him.
Come on, Mickey. Hand it over. Come on, Mickey.
My child's gonna die. She's gonna die.
Your child was injured because there aren't enough doctors.
Shut it! He handed it over!
How'd you know? About the overdose and everything?
It's part of the job.
Oh. How'd you know I'd be here?
Found the paper in your flat.
So, you saw Kathy too, then?
Your little girl?
Yeah.
No. No, we never saw Kathy.
Well, she couldn't have told you anything. I suppose that's why you didn't see her.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. She's what this is all about, you know. You ought to have seen her. Go and see her. If she's still. You know. Go and see her. Maybe you'll find out where I thought. I mean, I really thought they shouldn't get away with it.
Good devil.
Don't you forget what this was all about. They're burying 3 doctors tomorrow. Together they left 8 children.
Still. Somebody should have helped him before.
Maybe nobody could have.
I don't believe that.